The stream is starting soon. The stream is starting soon. The stream is starting soon. The stream is starting soon.
Come on, come on. Whoops. Whoops. What's up, gamers? I am back. I know you missed me. I know you missed me, okay? You don't have to tell me twice, alright? Sweat, lose yourself to dance. Anyways, it's good to be back. It's good to be back. I'm here. I'm ready to have a phenomenal weekend. Or I had a phenomenal weekend. I'm ready to tell you about it a little bit because I went on a little bit of a trip. Just a wee little trip. Just a wee little weekend getaway, okay? Nothing too special. I went over to the west side to enjoy an anime convention. Because I'm a fucking nerd. And proud of it. Let me add. And proud, okay? Don't get me wrong. Don't misinterpret what I'm putting. Are you sniffing when I'm shitting? That's all I'm saying. Why is this not working? Hello? Come on, 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 come on. There we go. Let's try that. Perfect. Okay. Anyways. Yeah, I went over to the west side to enjoy a anime convention, which was pretty epic, might I add, okay? Sniffing butters, okay. That sounds like it smells good. Let's see. Hold on, let me get my photos pulled up. I know you want to see the photos. Anyways, yeah, I went to a convention for anime. It was just a little, it wasn't anything special, okay? We're not talking about LA Anime Expo here. It was just a convention in little old Ridgefield, Washington. But it was fun. I went with Bestie. I did not prepare a cosplay because, you know, I don't want to, I didn't have motivation, but I also was a little unclear on if we were even going on the trip. So, you know, but I went to the convention. It was really cool. And I also, when I was over there, saw that there was an IKEA over there. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever been to IKEA, but man, is IKEA way cooler than I thought it was. It was awesome. If you've never been to IKEA, go to one if there's one near you, because it's freaking awesome, dude. It's literally like a big ass building with a bunch of little house rooms in it, showing off all the furniture and everything. Like, you can buy everything there. Everything in that building you can buy. It's insane. We went to the IKEA, and you could go in and you can pretend to be like a little, you can do like a little scene in this fake kitchen. Oh my god, it's so awesome. What the fuck? Yeah, that was really cool. I didn't really get anything at the convention because I'm not really a man. I'm not really a trinkets guy. And most of the artwork didn't really catch my eye. You know, artwork is kind of hit or miss for me because I can draw. So if I feel like I could draw better than the artwork I'm looking at, I'm not going to buy it. Which is a little, you know. Should have done Daredevil cosplay. Yeah, I was gonna, but it's not, that's not an anime. It was an anime convention, not a Comic-Con. If it was a Comic-Con, I definitely would have brought my Daredevil cosplay because I think it was pretty epic. But I did do a cosplay, kind of. I brought an old One Piece costume from like Halloween a couple years ago. Let me see. And my friend dressed as Zoro. So we kind of ate that shit up. But she also made a cosplay of Psylocke from Marvel Rivals, which she also ate up. But I did buy a dice set because I played D&D for the first time last week. And I had a great time, and I was the only one there that didn't have custom dice. So I was like, okay, well, they had some there, and I thought it was a perfect opportunity. So I got some little, you probably won't be able to tell, but they're little octopus dice. You can see the little octopus guy on there, huh? It's octopus dice set, because it's like pirate themed. It's pretty fun. So now I have custom dice. And it was fairly inexpensive, at least from what I've seen. I've seen dice sets in like actual game shops or something, and these were really cheap comparatively. So now I have a dice set, which is awesome. How does one D&D? You gotta know someone that's played it. I learned the hard way that you have to know someone that's already played it. That's kind of the only way you can do it. But it's pretty fun if you like it's kind of a little bit of like improv and role play. So if you like those things and they sound interesting, you should try it out. What else? Oh my gosh. Let me show you this. At the convention on the second day, one of the panels they had they had 3 voice actors from Genshin Impact, which I don't play, but I play video games. I know enough about Genshin Impact, and the friend I went with, she plays Genshin. So, we sat down for that, and it was actually really cool. Because, like I said, it wasn't a very big con. It was probably, like, the venue it was in was, like, the size of a gymnasium. It wasn't huge. So we got to actually, like, ask questions when they were up there and shit like that. And we kind of we were also in the front row, so when I asked my question, they could see me. And there was three voice actors from Genshin. There was the main, well, not the main one, but here, let me, hold on. Here. Yeah, let me pull him up. I wouldn't say it was like the main one. There was no main voice actor. But the guy in the middle was definitely the most, like, comfortable in this setting, right? This guy, he was charismatic. He seemed pretty experienced with his profession and talking to people. And then the lady, it seemed like she was kind of new to this whole, like, voice acting and going to panels. And the other guy did not want to be there at all. He did not want to be there. He didn't even play Genshin, which is kind of crazy that you never even played the game that you voice acted for. He knew nothing about the game. He barely, like, it seemed like he kind of just stumbled upon voice acting and got lucky with it. Because he was hilariously uninterested. Every time someone asked a question, he would go last and he'd be like, what was the question? It was pretty funny though. But the main guy, the guy in the middle, Nick Olson was his name. He was very cool. And he mentioned when he was on stage, during the panel, he mentioned that he streamed on Twitch. And immediately I was like, what was that? And someone asked a question about, like, fan art, and he mentioned that he drew on stream too. And I was like, hold on a minute. You'd think they'd hire people passionate about their projects. Yeah, but voice acting, I think, is a little different, because what if someone just has a really cool voice but doesn't really know about voice acting? You're not going to pass it up if they say yes, you know? Just because they don't really know about it. Although, I think if you were a voice actor that didn't really care that much, you wouldn't go to panels like this. That's the part I think is weird. So are we rating Mr. Olson later? No, but after the panel, my friend and I went to his booth because they had a whole row of voice actors from anime and games and whatnot that were there, and he went back to his booth, and my friend and I went over to his booth and went to talk to him. And we go up to him and I'm like, what did you say your Twitch was? Because I also stream on Twitch, so I wanted to find it. And he gave me his Twitch and we talked a little bit about it. And he had, you know how, if you've ever been to a convention like this, the voice actors always have, like, posters either of their character or like maybe sometimes Funko Pops, you know, stuff that they can sell and sign, right? In case you don't have one already that they can sign. But he had like kind of really crappy, like, almost Microsoft Paint looking things. but it was still of his character. They were just like really silly and kind of poorly drawn. And we were like, are these the things that you drew on stream? He's like, yeah, I have you said you stream on Twitch? You can steal this idea, but I have a point redemption where I have to draw something. And I was like, oh, okay, that's not even a bad idea. But I was like, and he's like, so you said you stream on Twitch? I'm like, yeah. He's like, well, why don't you pop in chat and remind me who you are, and hopefully I'll remember you, and then I'll chat with you. And I'm like, oh, awesome. And he's like, and I'll send you a raid. He'll what? He'll send me a raid with his 15,000 followers? He will what? He will raid me with his 15,000 follower viewer count? I don't know what the viewer count looks like. He hasn't been live since then, but this is huge. This is huge. So obviously I'm going to talk to him. He's going to raid me. He's going to fall in love with me. We're going to start streaming together. And then he's going to be like, oh, what? Dude, you have a cool voice. You should voice act. I'll be like, stop. He'll be like, no, really. Here's a gig. Come try out for it. I'll be like, oh, I guess I'll give it a shot. And then I'll voice act. And then I'll become a famous voice actor. And then I'll do the same thing as him. And this will be the pipeline. And then I'll become a famous Twitch streamer, famous voice actor. I'll be in video games. So here we go. Perfect. We've got the pipeline. Anyways, he did seem really cool though. He was a really, really cool dude. Really handsome dude. Yeah. I don't play Genshin though, so that seems like maybe a little bit of a hindrance between our relationship. Uh-oh. Anyways, that was pretty cool. So that was a very exciting, occurrence that happened there. Although 2 days ago, I could have sworn he had 13,000 followers, and now he has 15.2. So I don't know what happened in those 2 days, or if I'm just losing it, but I don't know. If I put together a kind, awesome event, you better come. Well, you're an OG, so I guess I can make an appearance. I guess I can make an appearance for an OG chatter. Anyways, that was pretty cool. But it was a great trip. If you've ever been on a road trip, sometimes you would probably know that sometimes road trips are a little much. Especially if you have to spend like 6 straight hours with the same person. But no, me and Bestie had a great time, and I'm glad we went. And honestly, it was relatively inexpensive, which is even better. So yeah. But we have something. Oh yeah, it was a 6-hour drive there. And then 6 hours back. But it was manageable. It was not that bad. I had a pretty good time. But enough about that. You don't care about my little trip. Although I will say, we're only halfway through the month, and already I can tell this month's Kind Authentic video is going to be a banger. Dare I say the best yet? I don't know. I haven't made it yet, but I have good feeling about it. Tell you that much. Anyways, we have something very important to attend to here because it is the season for the Streamer Awards. That's right. That's right. Normally, I would believe in a honorable voting system, but then I remembered I have 2 viewers on a good day that don't really care about streaming as much as me. So I'm going to be going through these and voting and explaining my choices and talking about it as someone who's chronically obsessed with streaming. I'm going to share my opinions because what more is a streamer for than giving you opinions that you didn't know you had? Yeah. We never finished this because of the crash. Oh, I went live that day and did it. That was for nominations, though. This is for voting. So this one, you have to pick between the people that have been nominated. I did go live again that day. I just think the notification didn't go out because it was like the second stream in a day or something. I don't know. It didn't work. But I did go live later. So, you know. How do we nom you? Too late. Nominations are closed. It's alright though. I wouldn't have made it. And I'll tell you why when we get to that award. I'll tell you why when we get to that award, okay? It's the same thing that happened last year. I'm not upset about it. This year I knew going into it that it wasn't happening. And that's fine. That's alright. One day we'll get there, just not this year. Anyways, let's get into it. Best music streamer. Now, I actually nominated this man right here, Ari at Home, because I don't watch Plaqueboy Max, but I think what he does is less impressive than what Ari does, and for that reason, I think Ari wins it. Kson is a solid pick here. Unfortunately, I don't think DDG, they are not winning, unfortunately, because no one knows her. I don't think he does music that much. But if you put him on in comparison with Plaqueboy Max wins. Kson, maybe. I am voting for Ari at Home because I think he deserves it. If you've never seen this guy, follow him and check him out next time he streams. Actually, here, let's just do this. I forgot that they have clips. Okay.
Bullshit.
I'm making it from scratch.
Oh, okay.
Unless someone's gonna sing for me.
What kind?
So he said soul sample. So if we make a sample, we can do it and resample. Yeah.
Play something like it's like.
Yeah, I'll play some chords for you.
You say you know where to go.
Give me a second here.
Representing the VX.
Say, woo! You say,
He is going crazy right now. I'm in my own tone. I'm in my own flow. I'm like super ice cold. Call it flow zone.
Sorry,
You really
it's a little
care
loud.
like I gotta do it. I just do it like Nike. You ain't gotta like me. Niggas wanna fight me.
You doing random tasks. That's the reason we really let the cannon blast. Anytime you can tell it on. When it comes to beats, I murder a couple like Skylar Deleon. Like Go Power Ranger. Something like mystical. Y'all in danger when I'm on the microphone. Yeah, I'm great with the rapping. Hating dudes, they get chased in Manhattan. Just like the Empire Stormtroopers attack. Coming from far rock, I gotta keep it a stack. By the way, we live from Manhattan where the dream happened. Snapping is fast and I'm just passing lyrical.
Shit!
Understand, man, you entering our spaceship. We'll probably get your facelift. Yo, I'm looking at you while you looking at me. Yo, they say I'm breaking the whole matrix. Hey, yo, listen, it's beyond us. With this equipment, I thought you was Elon Musk. And you not know, while you was walking, I understand you the modern day Stevie Hawking. Listen, they don't know that when we got it now.
What kind of shit you want?
Basically, this
I'm making it from.
basically this guy goes around with this setup that he built himself and makes beats live in the streets for random strangers that he walks by in New York to drop bars on. And it is so impressive because he always manages to make a really good flow and just really fucking cranks out a really awesome beat out of nowhere because he knows his setup so well. And you know, it's usually pretty hit or miss with whether or not he finds a good rapper or not. But once in a while, he'll get a group like that that just flows and drops bars. Yeah, he is really impressive. And I actually watch him the most of all these people, so I'm voting for him. As someone from an analytical standpoint, Plaqueboy Max will probably win. Maybe Kson, though. Kson has been doing some crazy DJ shit this year, so he could have it. But I would say it'll probably go to one of these two. I wish it would go to Ari. I don't think it is. I also don't think he will show up to the event because he's in New York. But who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Creative Arts. I did see this guy. This guy seems pretty cool, actually.
COD. Isn't it big? You know what else is big? My dosage of Wellbutrin.
He does cooking. I never seen her. Emiru, obviously great cosplayer. Gumdrop. I watch Gumdrop actually sometimes. Gumdrop makes food, but she makes... Dude, the food she makes has got to be the most delicious looking food I've ever seen. Let's see if what kind of...
Okay, this is my final.
I need a bed, guys.
Look at all this. Dude, she makes really good looking food. I think she does art.
I can do like all kinds of shit. I can do like all kinds of shit, you know? I can do
Yeah,
all
she's an
kinds of
artist.
crazy shit.
Which I would vote for, but when you put her up against Emiru and Gumdrop, it's not quite on par. Oh man, this is tough. Emiru, but Emiru is like the cosplayer of all time. I'm gonna give it to Gumdrop because I don't think she has one, and that's purely why. Best roleplay streamer. Oh, I think it's gonna go to Emiru though. I will say. I'm also gonna drop my predictions in here as we go through because I watch so much streaming that I can probably predict most of these. Let's see. Hold on. This one, I actually have I have an opinion on this one. Roleplay streamer. I think all of these are good picks. I don't know these guys, but they are a D&D stream, I think. I think he... what does he do? Yeah, our GTA RP. I think all the rest of these guys do GTA RP. But I'm going to give it to Phantom because I saw a clip earlier this year where someone was asking him why he doesn't do like more just chatting, more drama, more reacting shit, you know, like a lot of the stuff that the guys in AMP do, a lot of what famous streamers do, because it would make him a lot more famous. He would probably gain a lot of popularity if he did stuff like that. And he said, I don't care about being famous. GTA RP is what I like to do. It's what my community knows me from. So I'm going to keep doing it. And that hit me, man. He doesn't give a fuck about the fame because it's what he wants to do. And he's good at it. He does good GTA RP. So I'm giving it to Phantom because I like Phantom. Best MOBA streamer. This is one category on Twitch that I just don't watch. Dude, I cannot watch League of Legends. League is so boring to watch. And everyone that plays that game doesn't even look like they enjoy it. I just don't like it. So I guess we go through their clips and vote. Actually, no, I think it makes more sense to not vote because I don't watch them, so I'm not going to give a genuine opinion on it. I've never heard of any of these people that failed to reach me. That's what I'm here for, baby. And that's why they put clips on here, so you can see a clip and see what you think. Don't worry about being famous. Yeah. This one just goes to Red Bull. It just does. GamerSupps is a close second. Cash App and AT&T. No, they don't do enough in the streaming. GamerSupps is good, but I just think Red Bull does more. Red Bull just does more, and they do a lot for streamers nowadays. So, Hidden Gem Award. This is the one that I am still conflicted about. This is what I was gonna run for. This is what I ran for last year. You know, because look at this. Recognize a growing streamer averaging under 200 viewers this year. Basically, a hidden gem. And if you look at any of these, let's just take a little look. Let's just take a little look. I just love puzzles. Let's see. Let's see how hidden of a gem this guy is. Oh, 30,000 followers. Okay, that's, I mean, not really that hidden, but I guess they might have a low viewership. Okay, let's look at the next one. Sina, Oh, 54,000 followers. Okay, well, what about the next one? Brox H underscore. Let's see. Huh. Doesn't seem like a hidden gem to me. Weird. So same thing as last year. Not really hidden gems, just hidden gems in the fact that they are under 200 average viewers. But that's all right. That's why I didn't run this year, because I learned last year that it is not hidden gems. It's just people with bad viewership. Although, you definitely know this guy. Not from this clip, but from... Let's see if we can find it. Filter by clips. Top all. You've definitely seen him here.
Once again, I'm telling you, you don't have to sub. Like, you don't have to. You can watch the stuff for free. Like, that's the best thing you can do. Oh, please hold on to your. Oh, I'm not a sub trainee, mate. Can you hold on to your fella's money? We're in the midst of a lockdown. Use it on your family, not me.
You've definitely seen that clip. And for that, I will be voting for him because what a beautiful guy. 1.7 mil and under 200 views. Dang, fell off. I don't think he fell off. He just is famous for that clip. He's very famous for that clip. And so people probably followed him and never watch him. That happens sometimes. And also, seems like he makes a very unique niche of content, which I would like to watch. And I am going to actually follow him. But sometimes that's how Twitch works, you know. So I'm gonna give it to him. I do like this guy though. I have actually watched this guy before. He's a drag queen that plays, which is rare, but I kind of love it. Anyways, yeah, I agree that I think they should make an even smaller award, just to reach out to really small creators, because I know it's a award show for streamers, but I feel like as big streamers that put this together, I think that they should recognize that a lot of this profession is luck and sharing the fame that you already have with people that don't have fame. So I think they should give at least one more award for people that don't have much at all yet. But QT's doing a great job. I know this shit stresses her out, and there's no winning when it comes to pleasing everyone, so that's fine. I'll just go when I'm famous enough to get hidden gems, so that's fine. Best Battle Royale streamer. Now, I think Real KDB is the best streamer on this list, but if we're going best Battle Royale streamer, it's got to be Ninja. I do want to watch her clip, though.
Get this
All over here. It's crossing. Oh my god. Broski, you're not gonna believe this. You're not
I
gonna believe.
see it.
You're not.
How did Broski die?
She's a great streamer. She's really funny, but I don't think she does. I think Fortnite is only like 50% of what she does. I know Ninja mostly only plays Fortnite, sometimes Rivals. What clip did he put though?
That guy. Whole different team side. That's a fucking clip.
I mean, look at that. He knew it was a clip too.
That's the last guy.
Ninja's just the GOAT. And he hasn't won an award yet, so I want to give him one. Because I actually really like Ninja. I think he's funny. Fighting game. I don't watch fighting games either. I like fighting games. I just don't watch them. I do know of Lily Pichu. Like,
Matt, I like legs as any other.
I know who she is. But
Teammate did some shit and saved me.
I don't know which of these 4 streamers is the best fighting game streamer. So I'm going to skip this one too for honor system, because I don't think you should vote if you don't know. It's fine if you don't know some of the streamers on the list. Maybe you know 1 or 2, and then you're going to vote for them because they're your favorite. But if you don't watch that category at all and you don't know any of them, don't vote, man. You're muddying up all the people that actually care about that category. So I'm going to skip it. Same with this one. I don't watch these. I know him. I feel like I've seen some of these. But again, don't watch that very much. I do watch speedrunning. I don't know any of these guys.
Can we be smooth with this really quick? I'm gonna shove a door up my ass. I just restarted the.
That'll get you. Yeah, that'll do it.
Okay, in that case, yeah, it must have been an actor crash then. Well,
now this is a speedrunner. No cam. He's got
maybe I should
his buttons in the corner. He's got his timer. He's got all the stats.
Okay, in that case, yeah, it must.
I might have to go with him, but I'm gonna watch all the clips first.
So it's this length of category is ideal for someone like me to run. What the fuck?
Okay, I'm gonna go with this guy because he seems the most dedicated. So I shouldn't vote at all because I know no one. I mean, not necessarily. I think there's a few categories that everyone should vote for because it's if you watch streaming. You know, best streamer, best gamer. There's a few you could vote for. I'm just saying the more niche ones, like these few in the middle, you probably should skip because you don't watch them at all. Best sports streamer. Oh boy. I actually do know some of these. I don't really watch sports streamers, but I see enough clips and know about them enough that
I get skunked by who?
I know him.
Who?
Obviously I know Flight.
I see that.
Bro put a whole YouTube video as his clip. Oh boy.
We gotta let him budge that in my opinion.
I know this guy.
Shout out to Brady. Alright, that motherfucker hunting.
Oops. That's kind of a bad clip. I know Angry Ginge. I'm actually going to go Angry Ginge because I think he's the funniest. Well, this award show is not kid-friendly for sure. I mean, the award show itself probably will be, unless you don't want... cursing's the only thing I'd worry about, though. Nudity and everything else is not. Best Minecraft streamer. I'm going to go with Good Times with Scar because I used to watch him all the time. I know he has a degenerative disorder or disease, I think. I don't really like Tubbo, and I don't really watch any of these other guys, so I'm going Good Times with Scar. Best Marvel Rivals streamer. I nominated someone else for this, but they didn't make it. I don't watch Super TF, but I know he's a really good player.
Or if they kite there. Oh. One Groot.
Oh.
Groot and Sharklo. Bro, you gotta be freaking kidding me.
He didn't even do that clip though. It's kind of a bad clip because he didn't even make the Now I know Flats. Flats is a very good Marvel Rivals creator in general.
If they try to go bottom left, SK can just ult that super easy.
Yeah, we have a score girl. I think they're gonna TP it.
They're portaling. They're portaling. I'm gonna counter portal it.
No way.
That's my strange. That's my strange.
That's my fucking strange.
Easy as fucking.
Oh, that's a good clip, dude. Now, for me personally, it's between Flats and Tim the Tap Man because Flats is a really good Marvel Rivals creator. He always goes over like updates and metas and stuff like that. This is the Streamer Awards. I haven't done the Gamer Awards yet, but I'm actually gonna go Tim the Tap. I do want to watch this clip though.
Actually lose.
Yep. You get your ult. I'm trying to pocket you. Yeah, I'm pocketing there. You're pocketing. Oh my god, dead. I'm trying, bro. I'm pushing you.
Get one more. Got it. That was a good clip. That was a good clip. I was not nominated. Yeah, I didn't even try this year because, let me see, where was it? Where's Hidden Gem? Hidden Gem, under 200 average viewers. This guy has 30,000 followers. This guy has 50,000 followers. This guy has 1.7 million followers. So I knew I learned last year. I learned my lesson. Okay. I learned my lesson last year, and I'm not upset about it. But let's get back to it. I'm going to go Tim the Tap Man because I actually, when I'm trying to farm Marvel Rivals Twitch drops, I put on Tim the Tap Man. Sometimes some other smaller streamers that I watch. But he's usually my go-to when I'm farming drops. And I think he's funny. So it doesn't say best Marvel Rivals player. It says best Marvel Rivals streamer. And I think Tim the Tap Man is the most entertaining of those five. Best FPS streamer. I'm going to go with OwnPixel because he's the only one I watch. Or no. I love that your mom went to her work and made people support you. Yeah, that was really nice. I did get a lot of support from people last year. And maybe if it was actually a Hidden Gem Award, I would have had a chance or who knows. But it's all right. It was fun to do. Best strategy game streamer. It's going to be between Northernlion and Jinxie. I'm going to go Jinxie just because, again, not best strategy gamer, best strategy game streamer. I think Jinxie's the most entertaining. And he has an uncanny ability to revive games that have been dead for years. Not only gets thousands and thousands of people to watch the game again, but to play it as well. Hella people play Clash Royale now because they all forgot, and Jinxie is like, oh, guys, you remember this game? And now it's back. He has an uncanny ability to do it, and I admire it. It's really impressive, and he sticks to his guns and just does it. He's crazy like that. Now we're getting to the tougher ones, okay? Best reality streamer. Streamer who flawlessly creates the best blend of IRL and desktop content, balancing both seamlessly to create consistently entertaining streams. Ty Lil, I don't think streamed enough this year compared to the others to earn that award. Deshae Frost simply doesn't have enough magnitude compared to the other three. Ray Asian Boy, I think it's going to be similar to Ty Lil. You know, he did Mafiathon, so he didn't stream that whole month. He kind of took a break here and there. But it's between Adapt and Stable Ronaldo for me. And man, it's a close one. It really is. It is really close between these two. These two, It's going to be close, and I'm struggling here. I think Adapt does that really well, and he's blown up a lot this year, but so does Ron. When I think of Ron's streams over the year, he consistently just gets up and goes outside after doing a desktop stream. I might go for Ron. Yeah, I think Adapt is phenomenal, but I think Ron does this specific category a little bit better because he does it all the time too. Because like he'll be doing just chatting, he'll be reacting to shit, and then out of nowhere, one of his roommates will be like, "Yo, you want to go to Best Buy?" And then he just goes to Best Buy, and it works because that's the kind of streaming he does. So I think it's got to go to Ron. Best IRL streamer. This is gonna be tough. It's between Extra Emily and iShowSpeed, but I think I don't watch Speed, but I have to give it to Speed. Okay? In a whole year, he's been to what, like 3 different countries. He does IRL stuff only. It's gotta be him, man. It literally has to be Speed. Emily does do good at that, but it's iShowSpeed, you know? He's just is the best at that. And he goes, well, how many countries did he go to this year? He went to China. He went to, fuck, it's been a year. So I'm blanking, but he went to China. He did the America tour, which was awesome. It has to be Speed. Yeah. He went to like, yeah. Who the fuck watches vertical streamers? Why is it muted? No one watches these, so I'm not going to vote for them. It's a good addition, I think. Oh, wait. This guy looks fun. Wait a minute. Why is it muted?
Oh my god! What's happening? Hello?
Stop.
Oh my god! Try to throw it in the well. Okay, let me try and reset it.
I'm going to vote for him, actually. Stream game of the year. Marvel Rivals, Peak, Expedition 33, Repo, and Schedule 1. Now, I have some opinions about this one because I think it is an obvious pick. Marvel Rivals is a great game. It didn't reach levels like some of these other games because it's just a multiplayer hero shooter. You know, we've seen it before. Dispatch was too late in the game to be nominated. That's why it's not on here. Otherwise, I think it most definitely would be. Peak. Peak is one of the best streaming games I've ever seen. I think it goes without a doubt because the clips were amazing. You could tune into anyone's stream at any time and you would have a good time watching. It brought together so many collabs because you play it with other people more than you play it alone. Expedition 33. Now, I didn't play Expedition 33, but I also didn't watch Expedition 33 because I thought I was going to play it, so I didn't want spoilers. Which I think is one thing that holds it back from being Stream Game of the Year is that it's a very story-heavy game, so sometimes you don't want to tune in because you don't want spoilers. Repo. I think Repo was awesome. I remember it, but I think it just rode off the back of Lethal Company because Lethal Company was a extremely unique, first-of-its-kind type of game that everyone loved, and no one wanted it to die, but they didn't update it enough, so then Repo came out and did it better. Schedule 1. Schedule 1 is easily one of the best streaming games I've seen in years. I mean, it took over all of Twitch. Every single person was playing this. It was a super easy game to stream and play. Everyone liked watching it because it was silly, it looked fun, the gameplay was good, it would hook you for a long time, it would bring a lot of longer streams out of people because you just get hooked on the gameplay, me included. I did play Schedule 1, I loved Schedule 1. I played all of these except Expedition 33. So I think for me, it's between Peak and Schedule 1, and it's not close. Oh man, I think Peak was a great stream game. I explained it. I think it was phenomenal, but it was a little shorter lived than Schedule 1. And I remember, dude, Schedule 1 had a grip on Twitch for like a month. Like it literally had everyone by the balls, and I would tune in all the time. And for that reason, I think it's Schedule 1. You guys remember that, right? Everyone would play it. Even if they weren't like a super constant gamer, Schedule 1 was just, dude, it was all over Twitch. It was an insane takeover. I honestly miss it. It was great. Everyone played it. Yeah, you couldn't go on Twitch without seeing Schedule 1. Yeah, you would see your favorite streamer, and if you didn't want to watch Schedule 1, you'd have to watch someone else because they'd probably be playing it. So I think it's got to be Schedule 1. And I think it was a really great game as well. Best content org. Oh boy. This is going to be a little controversial here. FaZe Clan, OSCS, AMP, or HoloLive. Let's take a look.
I can't. Hey, Asia boy. What is this? Where are we at, gang? What is this? Explain something. We're playing green light, red light. Oh no, not him. What the fuck? Who the fuck is that?
That's FaZe Rug.
Get back! Get back! Get back! Get back! What the fuck? I didn't even know that.
OSCS. Oh, this is actually good.
Sonny! 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 Come on! Come on, Sonny! Come on!
He got Sonny jumping the boat.
You're on our ass! You're on our ass! Fuck you! Sonny, turn! Sonny, turn! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you!
Oh my god, they almost crashed.
Oh, Sonny! Sonny!
Oh, shit!
I wonder what AMP's clip was.
Nah, he's calling you out your bitches.
Chat, July, I'm on bad timing, bro. Chat, that's how I'm feeling, bro. I'm on bad timing, chat.
Hey, what?
Hey, fuck. Alright, can we explain what's about to happen, y'all?
Yes!
And I don't even know what HoloLive is. I think it's a VTuber org. Yeah. Okay, that was actually really impressive. I will say that was actually really impressive. Are you gonna play Arc Raiders ever? I haven't watched too much of it, so I don't know yet. I haven't made my decision, but I did hear they use a lot of AI, which is not a great start for my opinion. Now FaZe Clan. It's obviously between FaZe Clan and AMP. AMP is only large because of Kai. I disagree with that. It is larger because of Kai. FaZe has the biggest group. Yeah, but you are right about FaZe. AMP, they had AMP Summer was pretty cool. They did like 2 pool parties. They had Mafiathon was not even AMP though. And then FaZe Clan, I mean, it has to go to FaZe Clan. If AMP this year has kind of been split up, they haven't done really that much stuff together. They haven't all been living at the main house lately. Mostly like the second half of the year. So I think they've had less content this year. And FaZe, they all live together. They're always making content. You know, the thing about FaZe Clan is that they revived, like you said, they revived gaming groups. I feel like OSCS is better than AMP. I don't know. I do really like OSCS, but I think they're just not big enough to really be like to win this. You know what I mean? They're just FaZe Clan Junior, which you can deny, but it's kind of true. You know, Yugi and Arky fucking go with the VTubers. Shit, yeah, let's do it. That was impressive, but I didn't even well, I did know who they were. They just same as OSCS, just not enough magnitude to compete with these two. Who's OSCS? OSCS is, like I said, FaZe Clan Junior. It's like Yugi, Arky, all of FaZe Clan's old cameramen that turned into streamers. Just kind of FaZe Clan adjacent that started their own group, which I think they're doing great. I watch some of them. They're entertaining, but putting up next to FaZe Clan and AMP, it's just not even close. And FaZe Clan, I think, does beat out AMP in this group, in this category, because they just and FaZe Clan Subathon was incredible. Also, FaZe Clan Subathon was better than AMP Summer, which I think was both of their main events. So I think it goes FaZe Clan again. They won last year, but they win this year, man. They're just doing. No one's doing it like them. And group content organizations is kind of a dying breed. Like, it's just less common. I think it's becoming more common because of FaZe Clan and AMP, but, you know, they revived so many careers. Yeah. Yep. I enjoyed FaZe Subathon more than Mafiathon. Yeah, exactly. Best international streamer, I nominated him, Tota MC. I mean, I speak English, so I don't really watch any of these, but I do watch Tota, and he's an awesome dude. He's very entertaining, and he's the only one I know, so giving it to Tota. Easy pick there. Oh, boy. This one is actually kind of tough here. Best stream duo. I do want to watch the clips for these, actually.
Did you put it in? I couldn't feel it.
Yeah, I put it in.
Okay.
Hey.
What the fuck?
Every guy's worst nightmare to hear that.
Okay.
Now it's even a little greasy, so I definitely.
China are you from?
Oh, well, my mom came from Beijing and my dad came from Wuhan. Isn't that cool?
Like the Wuhan? Are we talking about the one known for its fantastic food and lively city environments? Are we talking about that Wuhan?
Well, I apologize on behalf of my ancestors.
If you don't get that, Wuhan, I think, is one of the cities that used to be known for eating dogs. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. I just want to watch all the clips for these, because this is a tough category.
Go look for the fucking bird. Is there a bird? No, look at me.
You know what about a fucking cage? I thought you put the bird in.
What is that sound? What is that sound? Get it!
Oh my
Get it!
God!
What the fuck?
Oh my God!
Get it! Get it! Get the fucking bird!
Oh my God! How do you get bird, right? Just grab it by its wing!
Is it on my bed?
Oh my God!
It's gonna shit!
On your back! No, you're right!
Catch it!
Grab it!
Oh, it's on top of my...
Oh my God! Okay. No, it's okay. I behold your call. I'm backing your call. Oh.
That's a good clip. That's a really good clip. Hold on. Two more.
Why are you doing that? Like, I wasn't just tossing you in the air.
Where it all started. Jakura and Lacey and Marlon. That's kind of a bad clip choice. That's kind of a bad clip choice. 21 Jump Street IRL. Oh, Wuhan started COVID. Allegedly. Okay. All right. Sea Dog and Iron Mouse is an iconic duo. They are. I know my chat. I know you guys are gonna disagree because you hate VTubers, but they are an iconic duo. These two are really iconic. Not more iconic than everyone else. So not them. Agent and Extra Emily. Also pretty iconic, I think. But purely for the fact that they don't do as much content together as maybe Arky and Yugi or Lacey and Marlon. Purely for that fact, I think I'm not going to give it to them. Jason and Sakura. Jakura. Come on now. Jakura saved my life. Truly. No. I just don't think it's them. They had the controversy where they were like broken up for that time and now they're actually together. I don't really think they're honestly that entertaining to watch because it feels like I'm watching PDA kind of. Especially if it's just them. So not really them. Lacey and Marlon I think are a great duo. They are. Every time they stream together, they're great. They work together really well. They're pretty funny. I think it's kind of funny when they do gay jokes, which might be bad, but you know, I'm not the one making them. But no one does it like Arky and Yugi, man. No one does it like Arky and Yugi, man. Lacey and Marlon are like yin and yang. Yeah, they do. I will give it to you. They are very reminiscent of 21 Jump Street. But Arky and Yugi are just funny. They have this kind of chemistry that I love between friends when one will set up a bit and the other one will go along with it without any preparation or you know, prompting. They just have this kind of chemistry that I think none of these other ones have quite to that level. Arky and Yugi are great. I will give them that. I just get annoyed because they're never serious. That's fair. Yeah, I think that's fair. They are always doing bits, but man, they're just a great duo. This is for duo, best stream duo, and I think it's them. And I think out of all of these, they do the most stuff together. Maybe it's close between, if we're basing it purely on quantity of how often they stream together, it's between Arky and Yugi and Sea Dog and Iron Mouse. These two stream the most together, not even close compared to these other ones. Even Lacey and Marlon, it's not even close. These two stream together the most. But I think I'm giving it to Arky and Yugi. Sea Dog is her camera guy, right? Who brings her around? No, they're just besties. But he's her closest bestie in streaming, so he always brings her little iPad around with him at live events because they're besties. Which makes sense. If I couldn't go outside and I had to travel around with a VTuber model, I would want my bestie to bring it around instead of someone I hired. You know? They really are just besties, so that's why he does it. But yeah, I'm giving this one to Arky and Yugi. Best streamed collab. I'm going to watch these clips because I didn't watch all of these events. feel like Blackboy Max had better collabs than whoever that is. I don't even know who that is.
Last one?
Last one.
Last one.
Last one.
Last one, guys. Last one.
Rest in peace, Kai. Rest in peace, Kai's dreads. Dreadlocks. Locks. I didn't even know this happened.
So I had to buy 6 different ones.
You got a
Wait,
Van
so
Cleef?
you guys know popcorn blind boxes?
She got a Van Cleef?
Like, you guys are gonna do Van Cleef bracelet blind boxes. So none of you guys know which one you She just got all very different. You can pick whatever bag you want.
Okay, this one's calling me.
Okay.
Wait, you can give me that.
What I missed?
However,
What? I didn't even know that happened. I'm kind of upset I missed that. This one is pretty cool though.
You didn't stretch prior to this. It's fine. I don't need to stretch. I'm easygoing. Oh God, Selena. Selena. Just put it in. Selena.
That was a good collab. Okay. Not Blackboy Max and Fred. I don't even know who that is, but I think Blackboy Max had better collabs this year, so I think that's kind of a sell. I don't know if that's who he told his fan base to vote for, but Kai Cenat and LeBron James, pretty iconic. That was a pretty big deal. Pokemon and Cat's Eye. I didn't even know this happened, and I'm kind of upset that I didn't. I did watch Cinna and Zelina Vega. It's not this one. I'm not going to give it to this one because I don't really watch Pokemon that much. I just don't really like watching her. I'll put it that way. Kai Cenat and LeBron James was pretty iconic. Kai Cenat's ability to get these massive names, it needs to be studies, so that's why I'm going to give it to him. For me, it's between Kai Cenat and LeBron James or Cinna and Zelina Vega. Now, hear me out, okay, because Cinna and Zelina Vega was probably more entertaining than Kai Cenat and LeBron James. But let's read this over again, okay? This award celebrates the most exciting one-time or limited-time collaboration in live streaming during 2025, recognizing how streamers joining forces and bringing in creators from outside the space help grow the community and the streaming ecosystem. Now, based on this, I have to give it to Kai Cenat, LeBron James. That one, I mean, it was just the biggest. I do think Cinna and Zelina Vega was more entertaining. I would love to see more streamers collab with WWE wrestlers. I think it's a great collab opportunity, and I think it makes great content to see what WWE wrestlers actually do behind the scenes, and it gets streamers out of their chair. Cousin is the only one I know that happened. I'm going to say it. LeBron is not the GOAT of basketball. Okay, I think that's a whole different argument. I'd probably agree with you, but yeah, that's why I'm gonna give it to this one, because it did this the best. I don't think it was more entertaining than this one, but it did. It was the best, most explosive collab. So, best marathon stream. Oh boy. Awarded the most impressive marathon stream, one that kept going until the goal was achieved, whether it be the end of the subathon timer, a game completion challenge, or something similar. Should we watch the clips for these? Yeah, we might as well. Just because I'm curious.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Buck up right here.
Oh. He lasted like 2 seconds.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Hey, he's me. Oh shit! Come on, come to the day. Oh, hey, come on, no, for real.
He was clip farming, and then the bull came back. I don't even know what this is. No, it's not English speaking. Not gonna win. Sorry. The fuck is Kason doing, bro? And Mafiathon.
You can do anything you fucking want!
All right. I feel like Kai's Mafiathon 3 was his worst so far. I would agree that Mafiathon 3 was worse than Mafiathon 2. Without a doubt. It was honestly disappointing. As someone who's so excited to see that he was doing a third one and that it was the last one, I thought it was going to be bigger, better, untoppable. And it was just disappointing. It was. Especially coming off the heels of Streamer University. Oh my god, that shit was incredible. And then it just felt like a step back. Too much pushing for the 1 mil stuff? I don't think so. I think that was I think it was inevitable that he would shoot for for $1 million because he made 700K last time. 300 doesn't seem like too much of a stretch. I'm gonna be honest, I never watch these type of streams. That's what I'm here for. So it's not this one because didn't watch it. No one knows what that is unless you speak Spanish. Speed Does America, I think, was really good. I didn't watch a lot of it, mostly because it was happening the same time as Mafiathon 3, and I don't really watch Speed all that much. Like I said, Mafiathon 3 was honestly kind of disappointing. FaZe Subathon is the best one. FaZe Subathon was so good. Okay? There's something different about having, what is it? Jason, Lacey, Adapt, Ron, Kason, Silky, and Your Age. 7 dudes in one house, all streaming 24/7, and then every single day they have an event that their team planned and put together for them to entertain us with. And there was a lot of really funny stuff in there. So many popular guys that you can watch someone else when you feel like something else. Exactly. Having 7 different POVs, sometimes they'd be doing the same thing and it doesn't matter. But when they weren't doing the same thing, you could tune into someone else 24/7. Late at night, especially when a lot of other streamers have gone to bed, you could tune in and they would be doing something awesome. So I just think it goes to FaZe Clan without a doubt. They just did the best. They did. And it was way better than their first one. They cooked. It was incredible, and it'll go down in history. And all 7 of them hit 100,000? That's insane. That's crazy. Altogether, I think they might have got more than Kai. I don't remember. But yeah, that one goes to FaZe. Best streamed event. What the fuck is this?
Wait, where is Tom going? Is there a different drop? Tom? He's going towards Lamenta right now. Is there a drop down here? Oh, whoa! Whoa! No way. There's a new drop down. No shot. What the fuck is this? I've never seen this. I've never seen that before. That's
It's not that. Streamer Prom. That was pretty good. Streamer Prom might have been entertaining, but it wouldn't have happened without Streamer University. It was literally based off of Streamer University. Streamer Games was actually really good. This year was better than last year. I think a lot of streamers came out for Streamer University that don't usually go to these kind of events. I don't know what the fuck this is. Not English. I think that's the French event that had a bunch of streamers went to this. So this actually was pretty cool. But it's not better than Streamer Games or Streamer U. And as much as I love Ludwig, as much as I loved Streamer Games, Streamer University was single-handedly the most unique and entertaining thing I've ever watched on streaming. Dude, Kai Cenat had an unbelievable stroke of genius with Streamer University. I mean, that shit was incredible. Can you believe that it was only 4 days? I felt like I was watching that shit for 2 weeks straight. It was so good. And it brought a lot of smaller streamers into the spotlight, which I will always love anytime a streamer shares the spotlight, right? And it just was awesome to see all these streamers where the only point of the event was to make content. You know, all this crazy shit happened in the scene, the setting of a university. It was so good. It was incredible. There was nothing like it. It was, and I cannot wait for him to do it again. You already know he's going to do it again. I can't wait for the next one. I will be applying for the next one this time. With low hopes, okay? We all saw the, how do I put this? We all saw the demographic of Streamer University 1. All right. I know my place. But obviously, I'm going to try out. You never know. You never know. And it's free to try. I'm not going to embarrass myself by not getting in, right? But I'm going to go in with low hopes so that I don't get disappointed. Anyways. Best streamed series. You guys are going to have to... I know some of you are going to have opinions. Squids, you're probably going to go for... Well...
Did I just see her put stock cube in the kettle? It said dissolve 1 cube in 2 cups of boiling water. Basically, I don't know how to cook at all. I never learned. My plan is to learn how to cook 1 dish for every person in the OTV house. Okay, so now I make this slurry.
I really like that idea, but it's not better than a couple of these other ones. See, why the fuck would he put Fred whoever over Will Smith? Yeah, Will Smith isn't the people's favorite right now, but he's better than whoever the fuck else that other guy was.
Yo, y'all saw me go to the Discord and go to the beach. Oh no. Oh no.
I need you to respond to this. Shut your fuck up. Your name ain't Washington, Cruz, or Lee. Spielberg, Nolan, Bruckheimer, Winfrey. If it ain't Barry, Ayers, Jones, or Avery, just watch the damn movie. They don't say nothing to me. They hate only make me go harder. They falling as I rain.
That's pretty good. Alveus. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
It's okay.
No, I'm sorry.
It's
washable.
This will be a design.
Oh my god.
Oh wait. No.
Alveus is great. If you've never tuned into an Alveus tour, you should.
I'm scared. Ready? Do it again. I want to protect my wrist. Go, go, go. Ready. Back up, back up. That was perfect. You're okay. We did.
See, Arky and Yugi, man.
Can you believe they're raising my rent, Rizzler?
That's crazy.
Right? I thought rent control was
This
a
is why
thing.
I need to be president.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
So I can only the rent would only be $45.
$45 rent nationwide, dude. That's a great idea.
That's it. That's it.
That's it.
And then for people that don't have a home, I'll make it free for them. And I'll go to the country, to the people that don't have homes, I'll sell them a free home.
Dude,
And give them free rent, and I'll pay it off for them.
I'm voting for you. You got my vote.
I'd vote for the Rizzler. I'd vote for him. Okay, this one's a little tough too. Let Her Cook. Unfortunately, as entertaining as it might have been. Not enough magnitude to beat these others. Oops. Alveus, I think, is really awesome. I love Alveus, okay? I love seeing streamers that know nothing about animals go to this sanctuary and learn about animals. I love hearing Maya talk about it because she's very passionate, right? And I think she's kind of funny the way she doesn't really deal with bullshit, you know? Shows beauty in the world. Yeah. I think Alveus Tours is a really beautiful series. In the booth, I don't watch Black Boy Max that much. I have tuned in a couple times to In the Booth. I think it's a good series. I don't know if it provides... I think he still needs to work a little bit on getting into the music industry, right? Will Smith was cool, you know, he used to be a musician. He's had some other heavy hitters. I think he had 21 Savage on there, or Lil Yachty maybe. So he's had a couple. I think once he gets some big musicians on there, it'll really hit its stride. But I don't think it's the best streamed series. Caretakers is hilarious. Caretakers truly is hilarious. I think it was a very funny series, you know, having other streamers come pretend to be a caretaker for your age just because he had a broken leg. I think he really capitalized on it's unfortunate to get a injury when you're like an IRL streamer and like that, you know what I mean? So I think he really capitalized on it. Fortnite Friday, I think is hilarious, dude. Connor Eats Pants. Something about Connor Eats Pants is off to me. Really? He's a little weird, for sure. But man, is this series funny. Because he gets like famous people from weird portions of the internet. And what this is really is just him and his viewers are in on the bit that he is kind of making fun of them the whole time, but they don't know it. Which I think is funny sometimes, but I think it's kind of mean sometimes. So I don't think it's going to be Fortnite Friday. But I do think it's hilarious. So I think you should tune into a Fortnite Friday. Keep an eye on him, like he posts maybe his Twitter, and see who he's streaming with. Sometimes he'll get like a politician on there. Sometimes he'll get an actor on there. You saw he did the Rizzler. The Rizzler was great. I think he had the guy who played Shazam, Zach something. That was pretty funny. Because what it is really is he gets old heads and people that don't know anything about Twitch or gaming and somehow convinces them to play Fortnite with him, and he just makes jokes that go way over their head the whole time, and they're just trying to look cool in front of the youth. And it's really funny. It is. But for me, I think this category specifically is honestly just a very opinion-based category, right? These are all really good picks. I just think it depends on what you like watching the most. And I like watching Alveus. I like to see charity. You know, it raises money for charity. I like to learn about the animals. I watch it, and I usually tune in for the whole stream because I just like hearing and learning about animals and seeing streamers I like talk and learn about animals and hold them and stuff. But I think it's a close second with Caretakers. I think Caretakers was really fun, actually. See, I'm conflicted because Alveus Tours has been around longer than this year, but it popped off this year. Caretakers is this year only, I think. He started it this year. Like, it's only been happening this year. So I almost want to vote for Caretakers for that reason. Like, this year, it's the best series. Yeah, I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to change. And it's not because I don't think Alveus Tours is better, but this year, Caretakers has been, like... And Alveus Tours has popped off this year. I think this is the best year of Alveus Tours, but I did really like Caretakers. I like all the connections of the animal names on stream. Oh, yeah, that's cool. Best VTuber. I don't watch a lot of VTubers. I don't want to vote for Iron Mouse because she always wins it. I mean, it's hard when... It's like Iron Mouse is up here as a streamer, and all the other VTubers, the highest they get is like down here. You know what I mean? Like, she's just such a high magnitude, more popular than all the others that she's probably going to win it every year. So I think this category is probably one of the categories that is most impacted by the panel of judges that QT has set up, who we don't know, but Peanut and Kenji are funny, but I've only seen clips. Yeah, I'm going to go for Burnt Peanut. Because I don't really watch any of these people regularly. I have heard of Iron Mouse, Kenji, Burnt Peanut, but I think having your VTuber model be unconventional is really funny, so I'm gonna go Burnt Peanut. Best variety streamer: Lyric, Queso, Vinesauce, Squeaks, and Agent. Let's watch the clips here.
It's over.
Not him. Oh my god. I've never seen this clip. That's hilarious. Hold on, you gotta wait for his one-liner. His crash out.
Earthquake arrival comes in, eats all the hot dogs, takes a dump, and goes.
Man, Queso is just so funny. Queso is one of my favorite streamers. Queso is one of everyone's favorite streamers. Queso is the greatest streamer to come out of the last few years. And it's not close, man. Everyone loves him. He's so unhateable. He really has found a strat like you're talking about. He streams this window of time every day. He just does games. He's great. I don't know who Vinesauce is.
Same way it's fun to drive.
But he's Agent. What I want to know what they put for their clips though.
Close one. GG's.
What did Squeaks put?
Oh, yeah. Bop it, sorry. I can't have sex right now. Yeah. I'm streaming. Yeah, just beat bop it. No, I know, I can't. I'm busy. I can't have sex right now. I know. Okay, I love you too. Okay, goodbye. Sorry about that, guys.
He does not have a wife. He does not have a wife. I'd like to clarify, he does not have a wife. I think Agent's great. Vinesauce, Lyric, they're great. Agent doesn't do enough variety. The second half of the year, he's mostly been doing IRL, so he's not in contention. Now, for me, it's not even close between Queso and Squeaks, okay? I watch a lot of Squeaks. I love the guy. Queso, everyone loves Queso. He's great. But I'm going to defend myself here. I am voting Squeaks because Queso does do variety gaming, but I think Squeaks does a lot more, and I think Queso is best gamer of the year without a doubt. And maybe I'm a little biased. I watch Squeaks a little more than Queso. I would not argue with you at all to vote for Queso. But Queso only does games. You saw in that clip, Squeaks does a little more than games, but he also does a lot of variety of games, you know? So I think it's fair, but it is a little biased, I'll admit. Queso is a great pick. I wouldn't be angry at you for picking him. Best Just Chatting streamer. Here we go. Lydia Violet.
When you feel them like you squeeze a plushie, true comfort creeps in.
I know, but I've never experienced that before.
Probably goes to the salon once a week for a wash, style, and pedicure. You know he is a famous model. Woof, 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 meow. Woof, 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 woof.
I don't really like, you know what? Never mind.
I'm holding it like this, and I fucking go for the turn. It's like, you see how much fucking effort that took? I know you want it tight to a degree, but I'm about to say, widen this bitch up. Fucking drill this hole bigger, buddy. I can't fucking put my finger in it.
Kai, XQC. I just want to see their clips. I'm just curious what they.
Fuck. Everybody say W Sparkles in the motherfucking chat right now, bro. I'm not playing, bro. This is Sparkles live in the flesh. She here. She chilling. What else Sparkles can do? Bro, you think
X.
Black is a national treasure.
Oh my. That's a really good clip. What did Jason put? Oh yeah, this isn't just chatting. This is IRL. This is a bad clip to put there. Okay, this one I think is obvious in my opinion. Lydia Violet. She's just attractive. Come on. Jason the Ween. He does do a lot of just chatting. I don't think he's better than someone else on this list. XQC, you know my opinion on XQC. He makes content slop. He doesn't care about his job anymore. He just wants the money from it. He makes content slop and doesn't have passion for what he does anymore, so not him. Kai Cenat, I think, has not done enough just chatting content this year to be in this category. He does do a lot of just chatting when he streams, but remember, he did Streamer U. He took like the whole month. I think Streamer U was like in the middle of May or June. That whole month before and after, he didn't really stream. And then he took like a break. He did AMP Summer, which was kind of just chatting, but not really. Then he took like a month and a half off before Mafiathon. And then he did Mafiathon, and since then he hasn't been back. So he has not been a just chatting streamer this year, except for the very start. Is that true? Ron always hates on XQC. Ron hates on XQC from like a friendly-ish standpoint. They're kind of chummy. But yeah, XQC used to be the top of the leaderboards. Don't get me wrong. He used to be one of the best streamers ever. But now he needs to just retire because he makes content slop. I'm going to give this one to Joe Bart, man. This guy has been cooking. Jaden, you are a perfect example of what most of what most people think of him. You think, oh, he's just a TikTok guy, but he is a great streamer. He's been popping off this year. He has more viewers than most streamers that you probably watch, apart from the big ones, but like those middle tier, he rocks like sometimes like 20K. Like he is cooking, and he does a lot of just chatting. He gives opinions, which I think is important for just chatting. If you're a just chatting streamer that's kind of just a fence sitter, I think you might want to play a little more games maybe, right? You should be, and he does a great job at this. He doesn't give a fuck about being unpopular. He says what he wants. He talks about it really well. He makes it funny. It's funny when he rages. I think it's Joe Bart by a long shot. What do you mean content slop? Oh, he just reacts. All he does is react to other people's content all day long. He gives shitty opinions. He tries to make controversies, you know, call people out just to get more popular because he's fallen off. He just doesn't make good content anymore. I like him. All I said was I found him from TikTok. A lot of people used to know him from TikTok, but I think he's become so much more than that. He is now a Twitch streamer, and he's a great one at that. I'm realizing I don't watch a lot of streamers. Yeah, that's all right. I know a lot of people don't. There's a big difference between like a casual Twitch viewer and then me, because this is like my shit. So I know there's only been like a handful of streamers that I didn't already know of on this whole 35 category list. He played Dispatch, and it was the most boring playthrough of that game I saw. XQC or Joe Bart? Which one? XQC? Yeah, that checks out. Yeah, he's boring. Rising Star Award. This one is a good award. I like this award a lot. Streamer who began the year with under 1,000 average viewers and has shown rapid growth and huge potential for the future. Average Harry. I don't even know who this guy is.
You can't even hear donos. I can read donos. Elliot, thank you for the 8 months. Bend down to pretend to touch your toes. Maybe it will just rip. I'm not that fat. Okay?
That's a good clip. That's a good clip. Marlon. Okay. Sakura.
Want to eat a pigeon. I cook it in the kitchen. I'm Doja, but they still.
Okay. I'm cringing.
Right? Like, I might as well go up now since I'm playing the game. Oh, no, full cam. Boom, boom. Reactions. I do believe, did Mimi have some bourbon? She's big red wine. She had hella red wine. That's her shit. You're the only woman streamer that doesn't make me want to touch myself. Thank you. Or not. Okay.
Okay. Reggie. I like Reggie. There's only like 3 categories that he knew all the people nominated. I watch a lot of streaming now, but I don't branch out and watch a lot of other different stuff, so I understand that as a factor. Yeah, and I think that she knows that, and that's why she has like a board of streamers and people that also contribute to the vote, you know? So it's not entirely weighted by the people's vote, because if it was, then it would just be a popularity contest, you know? So I do think she has it set up in a really good way. All right. This one, I think, is a close call between a couple of them. Average Harry, unfortunately, not him. Not big enough. Never heard of him. So even if he qualifies under this, comparatively, not there. Marlon. Marlon has broken out. He's done great this year for sure. Sakura. I'm sorry, Sakura, but you are only famous because of Jason, right? You didn't rise yourself, which I think some of these, well, I guess that's not fair. I think most of these part of you know, the rising star came from a collab. But I think Sakura is just not it. You know what I mean? Reggie, I think Reggie's great. I love the guy. I think he's really funny. I know that not a lot of people like him. I think if you compare him to Marlon or KDB, he's not quite as deserving as those two. Real KDB. I know that no one in this chat watches her. You might have seen clips. She is fucking hilarious, bro. She is so unbelievably funny. And she is qualified for this, right? Like, she was nobody, and then she somehow got invited to Streamer Awards, and boom. Sad to say, but she's the biggest of them because of Jason being so big. Yeah. I think most of these, like, same thing. Marlon kind of got some popularity from Lacey. Katie got some popularity from QT. You know, Reggie got some popularity from Kai. So, like I said, all of these got some popularity from someone else, but that's kind of how it works on Twitch. They just did it the best this year. I am going to give it to KDB. I think she is so funny. She's a great streamer. Literally every time I tune in or see a clip of her, I laugh. I mean, man, she's so funny. I also don't watch Marlon that much. I think I watch him when he's with Lacey. I sometimes tune in when he's doing something cool. I just think that Katie beats him out in this. And that's, you know, my opinion. Marlon and Reggie are, I wouldn't be mad at you for voting. I don't know this guy, and I just think Sakura, I think that she got launched into streaming a little before she was ready. Like, she doesn't seem to have that. My dad and I call it the essence. It's sometimes you can watch a streamer and they just have this kind of charisma towards the camera and the chat that is just really natural, and it comes naturally to them to be on stream. I don't think Sakura has that. I saw Katie, her play DBD with Led and Ray, but wasn't too thrilling to me. That was a bad stream because none of them have played DBD, and that game is only fun if you are playing with people that know the game. So I think that's not even a bad opinion. I think you're right. It was not thrilling. But she's funny. I have been watching this marathon, and it's pretty good. I didn't even know he was doing that. But yeah, Marlon's a great pick. I'm going with KDB because I think she's really funny. I think she's definitely a rising star. I think she has huge potential for the future. Whoops. Nah, but the essence is a real thing. You know what I'm talking about then. And it's not all streamers. All famous streamers don't have this. Some of them, let me think of an example of a famous streamer that I don't think has the essence. Silky, I don't think has the essence, dude. He still has this kind of a little bit of awkwardness around the camera. XQC, yep, XQC is another pick. It's just like, and it's not that they can't make good content, but there's some people that just have that natural essence where they're really comfortable making jokes to the camera and they just work as a personality on stream. You know what I mean? So I think Sakura does not have the essence, so that's why I'm not giving her the award. There's a difference between a streamer and a person streaming. Ooh, yes! You get it, bro. You get it. It's like sometimes some people are just born for it, man. DDG. Oh, sorry. Best breakout streamer. Streamer who experienced explosive growth in the past year, establishing themselves amongst the top streamers, and as one of the most talked about names in streaming. Kayson's DJing saves him from the essence. He does not have the essence, but he is a good DJ. This one is Adapt. Yeah, this one is Adapt. I think DDG, Rakai, Vanilla Mace, all of these are definitely breakouts. But Adapt, ooh, man! Adapt is the greatest underdog story in Twitch, bro! He just is so good. And this year specifically, he just has erupted. Everyone just fell in love with this guy since the last few months especially. He is awesome. He's a great streamer. He's a really nice dude. He's funny as hell. He really has his own personality kind of locked down. You know what I mean? I hate Rakai. A lot of people hate Rakai. I am kind of included. I don't really love Rakai. I think it's fine to cause some mischief, but man, he never stops. It's annoying how much mischief he causes. Holy shit. Sometimes it's okay to just follow the rules, you know? And he has no self-control over it. Vanilla Mace. Vanilla Mace is really funny. Kind of a similar situation to KDB, though. But no one compares to Adapt in this one. No one, dude. Adapt just exploded this year, and it was not comparable to any of these other four. I'm not hating on any of them, but he just is the best breakout streamer of the year. The recent with Duke is annoying. Yeah. League of Their Own. Didn't Wendy sexually assault someone? Are you thinking of Nina?
Oh, I need a napkin.
Did she?
I need a napkin.
Napkin?
No.
I need a napkin so bad.
Don't do it, bro.
Can I actually?
It's not funny if you ask.
I need a napkin.
Oh shit.
That was a cool shirt.
Wait, it smells good. Thank you so much.
He's down bad, bro. Nina assaulted Saeed and Disguised Toast, actually. Which is unfortunate, because I really liked Nina, and I didn't know about those things. I don't think she handled it very well, also. Which sucks, because I thought she was going to be, like... I thought she was going to be, like, rising star type shit, but it's unfortunate, for sure. League of Their Own. Streamer who creates truly one-of-a-kind content, pioneering a niche or a category that no one else does. A creator who is simply in a league of their own. All right, let's watch the clips because I don't think we none of us know all these. We all know Maya.
That's so nice, guy. Cute. Oh my.
We know Maya, the stock guy.
You did it. You saved these people's lives. Let me tell you something. When XRP overtakes Bitcoin and everything else, and
Is he a stockbroker streamer? Dude. Okay. That's crazy. Study time? That's pretty cool. If this is all she does, she just flies planes on stream. Doesn't look like it. Looks a little more like IRL to me. Which I don't think is a league of her own. A lot of people do that. I do know Primogen.
Terabyte of RAM. 2 Chrome
I think he's a...
at the same time. Easy
Yeah,
as that.
yeah, he's a coder. But yeah, it's definitely Maya. I just wanted to give all the others a shot, but it's Maya. It's Maya. She is the definition of this, man. No one else owns a sanctuary that streams 24/7 that you can interact with by feeding the animals through donations or subs. No one else, man. It truly is the definition of league of their own. It's not even close. These guys, stock guy, that is pretty unique. Coding, you don't see that a lot, but it's not close. She's consistently adding to it too. Yeah, she never stops grinding for Alveus. We have to put Mom onto Maya? Dude, you're so right. Mom would love Maya. Maya was made for this category. Yeah. The Sapphire Award. Recognizing the best female or marginalized gender streamer of 2025. This award goes to a streamer who shines against the odds in a male-dominated industry and has excelled in entertaining at the highest level this past year. Hold on, I want to see who won this one last year. Close. Winners. Hold on. Cinna won last year. I see. Okay. All right. Well, let's see. Cinna did great this year. Vanilla Mace did great. Wendy did great. Emaru and Extra Emily did better. And I think this year was Extra Emily's year, man. She did so good this year. I have been a long time Extra Emily viewer, but I noticed that since Streamer U, she has popped off. Just because of the shit that has happened to Emaru, I feel like she deserves it. And I think she'll probably win it for that. Wendy is recency biased to me for some of these. I don't think so. She's the same. She got famous from Streamer U as well. She might have been a little more famous these last couple months, but same thing. Vanilla Mace, I would love to give it to Vanilla Mace, but she doesn't have the essence, and she doesn't stream as much. You know, she has social anxiety, so she gets a little nervous about it, and it's like she's just not quite up as the same caliber as Emaru or Extra Emily. I'm going to go with Extra Emily. I will not be upset if Emaru wins. I think Emaru is actually an incredible streamer. It is unfortunate what happened to her, but I personally think that Extra Emily has made really good content this whole year. So I'm going to choose Extra Emily. Gamer of the Year. I can't believe Burnt Peanut is on here. No one, this is crazy.
Hell yeah. My man. Vince to create a next kill I get.
Okay. This one is Queso. It's Queso, bro. I feel like it has to go to Jinxie. His ability to place these old games and bring them to so much popularity. Listen, I do not disagree with you at all about Jinxie being able to revive these games, but does that make him a good gamer? No. It does not necessarily make him a good gamer. The ability to revive games does not make him a gamer. He's also a good gamer. He's a good gamer, but I don't think he's better than Queso. Queso is a great gamer. He plays so many different games. He beats them all in like one stream usually. Jinxie lost to Jason the Ween on his first match of Clash Royale. I do think Jinxie's entertaining. I can see why people find him annoying. A lot of people are questioning why 1Pixel is on there, and I want to know why you think he is. He's a gamer.
After that, some more than weapon cases for 6
I don't think he does.
And then Spark and Jesus also got a surprise. No clue what that means. I'm unaware. I don't even know what it is. Go to
Neither of us. Any of us know.
I think he does more like content-y type gaming. You know, I think he does like challenges and I think he might do some tournaments. I don't know too much about him. Counter-Strike gamer. Got a fair point. Queso does play a lot of different games and he's insane at them all. Yeah. One is the only good CS streamer. Okay. I think the weight Jinxie brings to reviving games is bigger than his skill in the games. I would kind of agree. I don't think Jinxie's a bad gamer. Don't give me that. Don't misunderstand me here. I just don't think he's better than Queso. Summit is really good gamer too.
Doing it right now. Deciding on what I want to grab. I guess it's just the stupid.
But not better. I just think Queso's a phenomenal gamer. Like I said earlier, all he does is game. And he does great at it. So I think it's got to go to him. Queso is the new Markiplier of streaming, right? He plays a lot of mostly horror games, plays a lot of them, beats them all with ease, and makes great content while doing it. You know? So I'm going to give it to Queso. I think honestly, all of these are really good picks. I know One Pixel is a good. I've seen him before. He's a good streamer. Burnt Peanut, I honestly didn't really know about much until recently. But Summit, I know of Summit. I don't think he's that good. I'm honestly surprised that like Tens or who's the other one? Or Tariq is not on here. Like they only really play Valorant, but they're incredible at it. I feel like Jinxie is like Lululemon. Not necessarily the best, but it's the name that makes him popular. Yeah. Super TF. Yeah, that's another good pick. I think there's a lot of contenders for this category, and I think there's some better options than Burnt Peanut and Summit. I don't think these two are in the top 5 of gamers on Twitch. Super TF. Yeah. Oh, Shroud. Shroud should also be on it. Shroud should definitely be on here, dude. Shroud is an insane gamer at everything he touches. I'm honestly shocked Shroud is not on here. All right. Now here is where we must discuss Streamer of the Year, the best overall streamer of 2025, consistently entertaining, elevating their brand, standing out, and leaving a lasting mark on viewers. Nope, that's not what I meant to do. I think Speed won this last year, if I'm not mistaken. Who won this? Yeah, Shroud got the Legacy Award last year. Oh, Streamer's Choice. I'm excited to see who the Streamer's Choice is this year. Queso won Gamer of the Year last year, and he should win it again. Streamer of the Year. Yeah, it was Speed. Yep. Okay. Speed. Speed's a great streamer. I don't personally watch him that much. I find him a little bit annoying, and I don't love the character he plays on stream. But it would be immature of me to deny that he's a great streamer. As someone who loves streaming, he's great at it. He is. My dad has heard of Speed. Okay, I don't think fame makes him the best streamer of the year, though, right? If we're going off fame, then it's Kai Cenat by a landslide. Extra Emily, like I said earlier, she has done phenomenal this year. I think she makes a very unique style of content that is very entertaining no matter what she's doing. She has a great personality that everyone really loves. Jason the Ween. Jason the Ween had a great year as well. He makes great content. I think it's a little bit bro-y, if you know what I'm saying. I don't think his content is for everyone, but he's a great streamer. He definitely has the essence. He's got a sense of he's got this kind of swagger that I think is entertaining, but also a little bit fake, if you know what I mean. Kai Cenat. I've said this before. If you've ever seen JJK, Kai Cenat is like Gojo in the way that if there was a narrator for streaming, he would do the same thing that the narrator does in JJK. You know, when they're like, well, this guy has the fastest curse technique of all. Except for Satoru Gojo, of course. He would do the same thing with Kai Cenat, you know? He's like, well, this is the greatest record on Twitch. Except for Kai Cenat, of course. He's just the best. He's just the GOAT. And if you deny that, I think you're wrong. What I like about Speed is that I feel like who he is on stream is really who he is. He feels the most real. Really. I don't agree with that, actually. I think he plays it up a lot. I don't think he's a bad dude, but I think he plays it up too much. I don't love a streamer that is like clip farming a lot or taking bits too far. And I think he does. I know you like him a lot, though, so it's fine. It's fine. This is a category that you should be biased for, right? You're rooting for who you think is the best streamer of the year. And that should be biased, right? You should be voting for who you thought was the best and most entertaining. But for me, it's not Speed. Plaqueboy Max. I think Plaqueboy Max is a great streamer. I don't think he's streamer of the year because I think you need to do more than one thing to be streamer of the year. And he really only does music and sometimes parties. Which if you're into that, watch him, dude. He's great at it. I don't think it's streamer of the year. He also is a bit of a grouch, man. This guy's getting pissed at everyone and everything, and I think it kind of put me off of him a little bit, honestly. Like, I'm fine with him leaving FaZe, but the way he did it, I think was really immature. I don't know what happened, but I feel like that's his brand. His brand is being this crazy dude doing all these things. Yeah, that's fair. I will say I love watching Speed do athletic things. Man, that guy's an athletic god. He is just anything athletic or physically impressive, he is the GOAT. Through and through. PBM is a full-on bro code streamer, if that makes sense. Yeah, I think he's also like people that like really like music and really like talking about music and really like talking about how much they like music and really want to make music. You know, people like that, I think he's a perfect streamer for. He's an athletic cheat code, and you know me, I'm like your dad. I love sports, and those streams where he was racing peak. Yeah, dude, he is an athletic cheat code. That's a great way to put it. He rolled a nat 20 on athletics, man. You know, all his points went into it, and it is impressive to watch. I remember when that clip of him jumping over the Lamborghini twice went viral, and it was like a really huge controversy of whether or not he actually did it. It's just like, he just did it, man. It may be hard or may be easy to do with visual effects, but he just did it. You know, he just did do it. It's Speed. He just did do it. You know? Like, Mr. Beast would probably edit the video to make it look like it, but Speed, he just did it, man. He just did do that. It's Speed. I don't know what to tell you. There's only two people that could win this, Speed or Kai. I think you're right, actually. I think Extra Emily could be streamer of the year. I think, Jason the Ween, I think the fame is getting to his head a little bit, if I'm being honest. I have been, of all the FaZe guys, I've watched Jason the Ween the longest. I really like him, but I do think he's changing a little bit with the fame. And now that he has a girlfriend, he's changing a little bit, which is unfortunate to see. Now, she could be it, but it won't be. Yeah. If you're talking about like realistically who it will be, it's not gonna be them, right? When you're going up against IShowSpeed and Kai Cenat, you can't win. Like, you can't win, dude. I'm gonna go Kai Cenat. He is the GOAT of streaming. He is the greatest of all time. It's not really arguable, I think. And you could argue Speed, but let me raise you this, okay? Let me raise you this. Kai Cenat consistently pushes the boundaries of streaming farther than we ever thought they could go, and then he tops himself again every single year. You know? A Speed and Kai stream would go fucking crazy. I know. Dude, every time they do a marathon stream together, it's just peak content. They need to do another one. I think they have a show in the works. I don't know if it got canceled or not, but I remember they dropped a trailer like a long time ago. But it did say like 2026 or something. So I don't know. Yeah, it's just Kai Cenat. And for this year alone, let's talk about it here, okay? He started the year being a great streamer. That's it. Then we had Streamer U. Streamer U was a banger. You know how I feel about it. One of the best things to come to streaming in recent years. Then he had AMP Summer, which if you like Kai, you probably watch because you love to see him with AMP. The AMP guys are fun. I think it was a good event because they don't all stream that often and they don't stream together that often. And then he had Mafiathon. He got a Fortnite skin, which only a handful of people have done. You know, the number's growing, but it's still very impressive to get a model of yourself in a video game. Let's not deny that. And he's just the GOAT. He just is. You know, he streamed with LeBron James. LeBron fucking James, dude. He had Kevin Hart and Drewski on stream again. Ice Cube was on stream. You know, like, no one's doing it like him. He just is. He's just him. And I think if IShowSpeed reached out his branches a little more, he would do great. But he is just a great IRL streamer. So it's fine for him to stay in that niche. You know what I mean? Like, that's what he does great. And he does it, you know, probably one of the best, if not the best. But I think he didn't quite push the boundaries enough compared to Kai. Maybe I'm the odd one out here. None of these guys are people I enjoy watching, you know? Yeah, that's fine. I think that this whole event is for people that like Twitch, you know? Some people, casual viewers usually have like you probably have like a handful of streamers that you watch, right? You know, like a few that you watch regularly. Sometimes you'll see clips of others, you know, you're in the scene, but you're not like obsessed with it like I am. You don't know all these ones. And that's fine. I mean, this isn't really necessarily for you. Not to say you can't watch it, but I mean like voting and thinking about it as much as I am is because I love this. I think I've logged into Twitch every single day in 2025. But that is why I choose Kai Cenat. He's won it before. So is Speed, but like winning it before should not, for this award specifically, it's like he's the streamer of the year. He's the best. Kai's revival of Twitch needs to be spoken of more. I don't think Kai Cenat single-handedly revived Twitch. I think COVID did. I think he made it more popular, for sure. I don't think he revived it, though. I think he broke out like no one ever has, and he has changed the industry unbelievably. But COVID is really what revived Twitch. I usually stay on YouTube, so I don't see much of the Twitch events. Yeah, exactly. He was the big name. He is the big name. You know, famous people, he's the only one they know about. Maybe Speed. Maybe Black Boy Max if they are into music. But, like, Kai Cenat is... I don't know how the fuck he does it, but his connections are on another level. Changes that people went through in their streaming from COVID was cool to watch too. Yeah, COVID era Twitch was something else, man. That shit was crazy. You know, everyone wanted to just tune in because they couldn't do anything else. You could see people live. You know what I mean? It was really cool. And it did numbers for Twitch, for sure. And then you had people like Kai Cenat or Ludwig or IShowSpeed or AMP or now the FaZe guys that just make it more and more popular. You know what I'm saying? What I would pay to go back and watch old Among Us. Man, what a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. Late 2020 Among Us? Are you kidding? Among Us during COVID, the only reason games like Lethal Repo, Peak, and Bob are popular. I don't think it's the only reason, but it was definitely the first to do that kind of content. Where the gameplay is kind of minimal, but the thing that makes it entertaining to watch is all the people playing it and collabing together to make funny content. Among Us was the first to do it. And then you had, you know, Lethal, Peak, all those. Among Us walked so that all those could run, really. For sure. Do you think Dispatch is too late for any of the other game awards? Shoot. Probably. And it's not, I mean, if you think about it, it's because they start the nominations and putting it together like probably like a month ago, you know, maybe a few weeks ago, and Dispatch just happened like the last, 3 weeks? Seeing Jacksepticeye collab with Ray and all that group was so out of the blue then. Yeah, that was the craziest part. That was the first iteration of like collab, of like true random collabs that we saw. You'd see people from like totally different groups of the internet hop in a lobby together, because you could have 10 people and you would fill the slots with whoever you could get. The most famous person you could get. You'd have PewDiePie playing with Disguised Toast and Valkyrae, and it's like, oh yeah, this is normal. Okay, awesome. Let's watch them play Among Us. And you can tune in to whoever you want. It's awesome, dude. Who did you put for the best brand partner? Red Bull. Not close. It's Red Bull, dude. Gamer Sups, I think, is a close second. But, like, Red Bull is so good. Also because as the best sponsor, they do the most, right? Gamer Subs is good, but it's not a big enough company to compete with Red Bull, right? Cash App and AT&T, I just think there's not enough single... I'm surprised Starforge isn't in here, though. Starforge PCs should be in here. That's crazy. Red Bull does literally everything. Yeah, and now they do streamers, too, and they're great at it, so definitely Red Bull. I watched a lot of Moist Critical during COVID. That group with Toast, Valk, Saikuna, Absolute Cinema. Exactly, bro. Who has Red Bull sponsors? Ludwig was the first streamer to have it. I think Lud, Emiru, S-Fan. I want to say Ninja. There's a handful of streamers that are sponsored by Red Bull now. There's plenty. They sponsor like events now too. Some pretty big ones for sure. If the Sidemen streamed, I feel like they would be huge, like as a group. Yeah, I think they should delve into that. I think they'd be like the phase of... No, I think they'd be more like AMP of England. Totally. They totally give off AMP vibes in that they're like... They're all pretty famous, but they wouldn't stream as much as FaZe, so it'd be more like AMP. But yeah, they should totally do streaming. I know that very occasionally they will, but not like... They're not streamers, they're YouTubers. But yeah, that is my votes. You should make your own decision, but if you don't know that much about streaming and you want to vote, you can take my opinions into consideration as someone who watches a lot of Twitch. It's pretty trustable, pretty reliable opinions, I think. At least I'd like to hope. I would co-stream this year, but I forget that it's like 6-hour event, and I don't want to entertain for that long for people that don't watch streaming as much. So I'd rather just watch it on the low, you know? Do our votes matter? Yes. The votes are, let's see. Let's see. FAQ. I know it's not, it's like, I think it's like 80-20 or like 70-30 votes of the people and votes of a panel of, I think mostly streamers that vote. That way it's not like, because if it was all voted by the people, it would not, you would get a lot of people that don't really deserve the awards because they are just more popular, you know? Like I remember, it was either last year or the year before, Squeaks won Speedrunner of the Year, and he barely speed runs, you know. But he was the most popular because speedrunning isn't like a super popular category on Twitch. So, yeah. When is the award show? I think it's December 6th. Yeah, December 6th, 4 p.m. My camera is hiding it. December 6th, 4 p.m. So, yeah. But you should definitely watch it if you like streaming. The red carpet starts at 3, not the show. The show will probably start at like 4 or 5. Or wait, maybe the show starts at 3. The red carpet starts earlier. I don't know. I would just pay attention to Twitter. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm just excited to see how it goes. I love this event. I think it's great. I like the way you go into detail on all the nominees and their achievements. Thank you. Yeah, this is my thing, you know. This is my thing. This is my dream. I watch Twitch a lot. If I'm on my bed, going to bed, I'll throw on a streamer. When I'm getting ready for the day, streamers on the TV. When I'm playing games, streamers on the second monitor. So I know a lot about it, and I like to, and I thought I'd share my opinions on it because why not? So yeah, those are my votes. Vote or not. I think if you are gonna vote, don't vote for ones. It's fine if you don't know all the streamers in one category, but if you don't know any of them, don't vote. I think you should not vote if you don't know the category at all. Then that's not fair to the people that do know the category. Do you also spam W's in Kai's stream? No, I'm not that cringe. But like if a W moment's happening, I'm gonna spam W, dude. I'd watch more Twitch, but they run ads out the ass. Yeah, that's fair. I pay for Twitch Turbo, which is like, I think like $13 a month to have no ads on any channel. But that's just because I watch it so much. I'm more of a lurker in streams. Hey, you're a necessary part of the community. So, I have Turbo too. Yeah, that's the greatest thing they added. Because it's like, I'll still sub to a few channels just to support them specifically. But like, if you be watching as much Twitch as me, you don't watch just one guy all day. I mean, I watch a lot of, there's a few that I watch a lot of. If they're streaming, I'll mostly watch them. But I'll switch around, see what everyone's doing. And I can't afford to sub to all of them. So I get Turbo. That way I don't have ads in any of them, which is nice. And Turbo splits the revenue from Turbo between your most watched. So they still get some money from that. I lurk in most of the streams I watch because of chat speed. Yeah, I'm actually a new chatter. I used to not. I was also a lurker for a while. But now I kind of chat sometimes. If I'm paying attention enough. Otherwise, I'll just lurk. Like I said, second monitor content. Right? You know, in between a match of Marvel Rivals when I'm loading in, I'll tune in, see what they're doing, stuff like that. Sometimes I get a good chat they read and it makes me feel good. Yup, that's how they do it. Especially if it's like a big streamer. If you say a banger to a big streamer, that's happened a couple times in Ludwig's chat where I'll drop something and he'll read it. I'll be like, that was my chat. That was my chat. You know? I've had an ad block for a few months and it blocks out Twitch ads. I mean, not gonna stop you. So that works. I'm pretty good at getting a good one-liner in chats. Yeah. Well, that is my votes. I'm excited to see who wins. I'm also very excited to see who she picks for, like, over the next couple of weeks. She'll announce who's going to be her co-host, who's going to be the red carpet host, what kind of musical performances they're going to have. I'm excited to see those. I hope she has Baby No Money there again for musical performance because he dropped an album this year, so I think he'll want to go again because he interacts with streaming a lot, which I think is kind of cool. I did that once to Super TF. He read my chat and I felt happy for the rest of the day. Yeah, it does that for you because they're like famous and you really are talking to them, but they don't read everyone out loud. Twitch is pretty adamant about ad blockers. They're fiends. Well, that's how they get most of their revenue, so it makes sense. Oh, Atlas. Okay. Tell your girlfriend I said hi. Wait, no, don't do that. That would be weird. That would be really weird. Don't do that, please. That would be super weird if you did that. So don't. Are you going to come stream it? No, like I was saying, I think that my viewers are not into it as much as I am to watch the whole time. So I would just have to entertain and react for like 6 hours, which is just too much. I did that a couple years ago or 2 years ago, like the first time that you could do it. And I remember it was torture. So I'd rather just watch it relaxed with my family and enjoy it myself, you know? But you should definitely watch it if you're interested. I'm definitely not an extroverted person, so chatting in a bigger stream feels like a hurdle. That's fair, yeah. And I think that's why, I think that's a lot of lurkers, is like they just want to consume the content and see other people chat, which I think is fine. Because there will always be someone to do it, you know what I mean? There will always be chatters. That's part of Twitch. My first experience with the chat read out got me gifted a sub because it made the streamer laugh. Yeah, that'll happen too. Usually with smaller streamers, but that definitely happens. Yeah, if you watch someone enough, especially if you've never seen them before, here's a little tip I'll give you. If you find someone, stay in their chat for just 10 minutes, maybe drop a couple messages, you will get gifted a sub. I guarantee you will get gifted a sub. When you gift to randomly to the chat, it goes through an algorithm that I'm not really sure entirely how it works, but I know that it has a list of it goes through people that are new to the chat that just tuned in because it wants to bring them back. It wants to keep them into the community, right? So you almost always will get gifted a random sub to someone you just started watching. But you have to stay for 10 minutes to show that you're interested. If you just clicked, watched for 2 minutes, and then got out, you probably won't gifted one. But if you tune in for 15 minutes, I guarantee you will get gifted a sub within the next week. Guarantee it. That's just how it works. It's like an algorithm. It goes through people that are new and people that haven't had a sub in a while but watch a lot. And it's some kind of algorithm or list that it cycles through. So... yeah. In 2026, are you going to do another 12-hour stream? We'll see. Honestly, I've been streaming a lot longer lately. I feel like I've been getting better at my craft here. So a 12-hour stream is not out of the question at all. I'll probably do one eventually. And it'll probably be even better. Honestly. For sure. So I could see that happening. If I get a good enough reason or maybe enough popularity, I don't know, something, we'll figure it out. Maybe that guy will raid me and I'll get a little boost and then I'll do a 12-hour stream just to get kind of hype. We'll see. I still remember it. I was watching Future Man Gaming with Dad a few years ago and he was talking about WASD and pronounced it as a spelled out word and I commented about who the fuck calls it that. Yeah, that's pretty real. That'll do it. That'll do it, man. But, yeah. Hopefully one day I will be able to go to Streamer Awards. But until then, this is all we've got. I'm going to go. Oh, yeah, I'm about to end, so you're good. This was fun. Thanks. I'm glad it was fun. Glad that someone wanted to hear out my opinions. But that's all I was going to do today. It took longer than I thought, honestly, but I enjoyed talking about it. So thank you so much for watching. Here, let's It's always fun stopping by, and I appreciate it. Even if you're just popping in to say hi, I appreciate it. I think honestly, I think that tuning into a Twitch stream of a friend is a really easy way to just kind of like a little nod of like, hey, I still remember you. You know what I mean? Maybe that's just me, but like when people come in, it's like, to me, it's like, good to see you, man. Even if it's just like, hey, and then they're gone 5 minutes later. So I appreciate it. It's kind of just like a little easy, like, I remember this is your dream. I just wanted to check in. So thanks for tuning in. But thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you not tomorrow. I have work tomorrow. But Wednesday, I will probably stream. I might play Date Everything. We might wait till Friday for that. I haven't decided yet. But I did get Date Everything because it was on sale, and I'm excited to play that. It's like a dating simulator, but you can date random shit. It looks pretty funny. It's kind of what I do. Perfect. Glad we're on the same page. Anyways, see you next time. Good night, sleep tight, and don't let the bed bugs bite.